All right, everybody. So I'm working on my new to me 1986 Dodge D150. Hell yeah, that's what I gotta say. But we came up with an issue because I don't really care about the AC right now, and it won't fit with this contraption. I bought this like this. That's the air cleaner assembly I bought, but it's got an Edelbrock on it, and it's got this, you know, flow-through manifold, whatever the fuck. I don't know exactly what it's called. But we were coming up with some issues here, and how we were going to try and route these belts for the alternator. We were going to go from that right down there, that pulley down there, to here, but it doesn't clear the water pump. So I took the bolt out of the water pump right there. We went to Tractor Supply to try and figure something out. And this is what we came up with. Actually, Rick, the head mechanic, he's a real mechanic. He's actually the GOAT, by the way. But this is kind of what we came up with. We've got these bearings. I've got the part here. It's Hillman. This is from Tractor Supply. And we've got these nylon spacers here. This is a sizing. So if you come up with the exact same problem as me, because there's nothing on Dodges, if you come up on the same problem as me, here's a potential solution. So we've got these bolts here. This is the original one that we got. Tractor Supply had a 6-inch and an 8-inch. That's the same. And so we bought both, and we bought some washers as well. But let me show you how this is gonna kind of come together. Okay, so I'm bitten up by mosquitoes, but you can hold this, cameraman. Thank you, Rick. What we're gonna do is washers wherever they're needed, but the main premise is that little bearing, because that bearing's got a flared end where it just goes a little deeper into it. So it should theoretically, and this is a pulley, I've got it backwards, but this is a pulley from my 1993 Chevy C1500. And so I replaced the idler pulley, and this is it's still good. And this is more proof of concept here. But you know, we're gonna put this down in here, right there, and the belt is going to be pushed up underneath here, so it'll be the flat side kind of connecting it. So this should in theory work. Yes, you can hit the pause button. All right, so we decided to go with the 6-inch instead of this 8-inch, and we used 2 washers, one on the front and back. So this is kind of where we're running at right now. So we're going from that furthest one on the rear on the
water pump.
On that
on the crank.
Yeah, on the crank. I'm blanking right now. But we got it on the crank, and so this in theory should fucking work. Like, the flat is on that side. It's centered. It's centered.
All you're doing is keeping it from rubbing on the bottom of the water pump was the only problem we really had.
Yeah, right there on those angled things, and we're like, well, instead of just taking a fucking angle grinder and cutting that down, let's see if we can come up with an idler. We tried looking for something that would sit here so we could use the original belt that had the AC, because I'm not using AC. But we couldn't find anything that would go here, and we were like, let's just not have to make a bracket. And we would have just put the AC on there and just not really worried about it, but we can't sit it with that filler neck right there.
Never seen an idler on a first gen.
Never seen an idler on a first gen. But country boys make do, right? Ain't that right, Rick?
Yep.
But this is what we're coming up with. And this right here, we thought there was a knock. The motor just sounded terrible. We were just like, what is that noise? It's this smog line that was just chugging away exhaust up in here, and it sounded absolutely terrible coming out of there. But this is what we got, guys. We're gonna fill it up with some water and we're gonna give it a shot. So we're gonna go ahead and start this bad boy. We swap the pulleys around and whatnot. No, not the pulleys. We swap the belts on the pulleys. Please be patient, I'm retarded. We swapped the belts around because one of them was a little bit bigger and one of them was a little bit smaller, and we had to do it for the power steering. So here we are. We're going to start this old girl. Okay, that rattling is this motherfucker. But our pulley is working. Okay, thanks for that. So our pulley is working. It is clearing everything. It's working fine, guys. It might not be working too great. Man, might slip off. Who knows? Nope, it'll ride. The grooves. We're good. And go. Let's demonstrate. If you ever have smog stuff off, you hear that?
Almost sounds like a knot.
The alternator's alternating.
It's charging.
It's charging according to Rick.
Didn't know anything about the alternator when we got it.
Yeah. I'm excited about this, guys. A pulley on a Vbelt system. There you go. Awesome. Well, the pulley was a success. We're just getting under, checking for coolant leaks.
Hey, I don't see it coming out the motor anymore.
Awesome. So yeah, we don't see anything anymore. But that pulley's doing its job right there, guys. Doing its job. We got some oil that I spilled burning off the header there. But we did it, guys. Ingenuity right there. And I'll do a mileage update on that. I'll put some miles on it to kind of see. And I'll pull it apart and see what it looks like. But there you go. If you got the same problem and you need a fucking pulley, do that shit.